See the
Oh,
faces.
no. Yeah, we're gonna see the face. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Rabbit, for you guys, so you guys know, Rabbit, one of the biggest Lashley fans of all time, and some things happened at Lashley that Rabbit ain't gonna be happy about. And Casey said he don't want to do audio only. He said he want to see the face. He want to see the face of Rabbit when we make that big announcement later on tonight. But but we gonna get into that a little bit later. We start off with like a champions summit or something. Like I don't know what they call this, but we started off with all the champions. They was in the ring. Obviously, last year had to start off talking about how good he was and how he the best champion ever, which is kind of ironic. After anyway, he came out and just kind of talked himself up a little bit. Talked about how he don't even want to be in the ring with all these champions that's lower than him. He's the greatest champion. He's the reason people watch TNA and all that. Then we get who was it? Who came out after him? I think it was Aaron Rex. Aaron Rex came out after him. Aaron Rex basically said, talking about how they're changing the game. This is a different title, and this title is grand. So that's why it's better than your world title. It's kind of like the universal title is technically greater than, right? I get it. I see what they trying to make a WWE reference. They're trying to show y'all that the universal title is better, but they just didn't say those words. I get it. But he basically saying that the grand championship is better. Then we get Gail Kim coming out. She talks about how basically, this 2016, and the women is running the wrestling now. Women out here running this wrestling thing. That's what she said. She basically said it. I'm just repeating the words. Don't shoot the messenger. She said that the women are running running wrestling, and this is why people watch TNA. And then Matt Hardy comes out. Delete. Matt Hardy comes out all alone. He said, "Brother Nero, you stay back here. You protect Maxwell." I get it. I get it. He made Brother Nero, which I think he brought Maxwell out with him. He just had Jeff Hardy just stay back there and be an obsolete mule. That's what it was. That's all it was. But he let Matt stay in the back. He brought the son and the wife with him. Didn't bring the brother. But it was funny. Matt Hardy was talking about how TNA's under like a broken era and how it's the broken brilliance and all of this. And I was cracking up. And then DJZ comes out. All the champions was out at this point, and talks about how the X Division is what's unique, and he's bringing something else that's unique, which is Team X Gold, which I thought was a tag team. I did. I was like, it's a tag team, right? And then they shocked me again, making it a match type. But we'll talk about that here in a second. So I was excited to see how that would play out, whether it was a tag team or what it was gonna be. But basically, Lashley says, you know what, I'm done. I got a fight to prepare for. I don't need to be with all y'all underneath me. I'm leaving. So Lashley plans to leave, and Billy Corgan comes out, and it caught me off guard because Billy Corgan has new music now. Billy Corgan's music is different. It's not down in the or whatever that music was he had before. It's not that. It's something that's like it's real. I don't even know how to really I don't really remember it. Like it is. I don't. I mean, I like it because it's something different, but I don't really remember it. But I like that he came out. I was like, what this man wearing? Seriously, bruh. Like I know you got money and all, but you ain't gotta come out here looking like you got money and all. I'm just saying. But I don't know what this man was wearing. He had like Dalmatian type zebra type print or something like that. Man had something on, and I don't know how to explain it. But he had like a nice little fur coat. It's getting cold. I get it. It's getting cold, Billy. I see. And he basically announces that every title will be on the line except for the X Division Championship, since he and DJZ had kind of collaborated together to come up with the Team X Gold concept that we see later. And then I was like, hold up, Billy, you trying to take credit away from DJZ? They said DJZ came up with this, Billy. Cowboy, you came up with that, but you ain't come up with Team X Gold. Okay, I think it was DJZ. But anyway, I was excited to see how it would play out, though. Just because I was confused on if it was a new title or if it was not a new title, but a new tag team for the X Division, or if it was like something else. But anyway, that's about it, though. Basically, just Billy Corgan saying that all the titles were going to be on the line, and the main important thing was that Lashley would get to pick his opponent, and we'll get to those three later. Casey, I don't know why you're looking like something's wrong with you. What would you want? What you want?
You didn't even mention your
Oh yeah,
boy.
I forgot. I
Yeah.
forgot my boy was on the show. I forgot I did. I forgot because he was just kind of he was there, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, ain't no shade was there, and he like the muscle. I mean, the dude is swole. like I mean, he a swole man. I feel like the man, I shouted out to him as soon as I saw him. I was like, my boy, ain't no shade on the show. He didn't retweet it though, so I'm gonna have to maybe get on about that one. But I was excited to see Ain't No Shay. I thought that was going to be Lashley's opponent. Actually, I thought that was where they were going with that. But they tricked me on that one too. But it's kind of cool to see him, see him back, see him doing something at least. I don't know if this is going to end up having him do something or what's going to happen, like having him in the ring again, or I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'm just excited to see Aiden O'Shea, who we interviewed. It's on the channel. Who we interviewed not too long ago, couple months ago. Pretty good interview, good talk with Mr. O'Shea. But sorry, I mean to skip out on you, Aiden. My bad, bro. But but I was excited though, just to kind of see how this was gonna play out. Um, Rabbit, any thoughts on the I guess it championships meeting, championship summit? I don't know what we can call this thing. I call it a summit just because they did it one time in TNA, and I just threw it out there because why not?
I liked it because when it started off with my man out there, monster the animal, that is Lashley.
We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
He was out there with what's his name? Rex. So Rex come out one he wanna say that his belt just as big as the heavyweight title for some reason. He looking like a fool. But I like this whole promo when everybody came out with their belts. I like that. I like that whole thing right there. I like Gail Kim promo. She come out and say it's 2016. Y'all trying to figure out who the best man is. And you looking at a Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Hall of Famer, and either one of y'all Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? You want to start talking. That's what I like. That was a nice promo, and she put herself into it at the right spot. That's what she supposed to have done.
When Gail Kim came out there, though, I was like, okay, Gail. That's what I'm talking about. I was hyped.
Exactly. And plus, my man was carrying the promo. See, all this time he been learning how to work the mic. He carried who I'm talking about is Lashley. He carried this promo, man. Well, y'all know that or not. I love this promo right here. He was all on top of everybody. Like, first of all, y'all not even champions. I'm the champ. y'all second-rate title holders, man. Come on, man. But my man come out with the fur coat.
Yes.
Now
really?
he's terrible on the mic, but I like this right here. What he doing? I like this. I like this. This the rock star of him that I wanted to see. The rock star part of it. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he come out and so crazy like that every week.
Yes. And then I knew Aiden O'Shea was going to start being on here more and more because he was on his promotion in Chicago. I used to watch that promotion too. Aiden O'Shea. They had another dude on there, little black bald head dude. He had gray eyes. I don't know. He might pop up on him one day too. But I knew Aiden O'Shea was going to come back once Billy Corgan became president and be more of a focal point because he was in his promotion in Chicago. So when I was watching him back then, Billy Corgan and him, so I in my mind figured he was automatically going to be back in the picture. You know what I'm saying? And probably wouldn't even do that same stupid gimmick he had, but he had some good matches with Lashley though before we ain't see him no more. But yeah, that was a good promo, man. I loved it. I liked the whole thing where everybody come out with their blings. I like
it. Yeah, I like, and this is something that I think Casey and I definitely talked about with WWE and TNA. Once again, I think somebody is a secret agent for TNA, and they ain't telling me because it's a secret. I think it's LB. I'm gonna be honest. It's LB. LB Clash of One of a Kind. I think this man is a secret agent, and he feeding all what I want TNA. And because we talked about this, how we talked about we want like we want the championships to feel important, and this to me felt like it at least made all the championships feel like at least there's a chance they could be equal. There was a chance at least that they could be important, and I like that they all kind of made their claim to why my title what's important to this company. Something that
Exactly.
WWE just doesn't do. They just like, the United States title, it's there sometimes. So I just thought that was funny. But Casey, any thoughts on the opening summit? I'm calling it the summit from now on. Any meeting like this, I'm calling it a summit.
It's not the summit. Like, yeah, I was confused at first too. But I get it. WWE presents NXT or TNA Clash of Champions. WWE presents TNA Clash of Champions because obviously WWE bought TNA, so they're slowly setting it up for because WWE just had their Clash of Champions, so now TNA gonna have their own Clash of Champions. Yeah, that's what that is. TNA, whatever you want to call it. But I liked it. It was kind of cool. I liked Gail Kim's the most. The whole it's 2016. Because I feel like even with the women's revolution in WWE, it still doesn't feel like they're just as good or just on the same level as the men. It's always like, the world championship is better than all the other titles, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then we have a women's division too. It's always like that. And I don't think that should be true. That should be how it is. I was confused on this X championship title match thing, gold, whatever that is. It's a 6-man tag. That's what it is. But they got to give it a confusing name, and whatever team you're on that team the whole time, which kind of sucks for the team that got Braxton Sutter. I'm sorry, you guys, man. You should have picked a better one. I know you got the win tonight. You did, but he's gonna hold you down. He's gonna charge you $5 just. And he's gonna hold you down. It's not gonna be good for you. And I was excited to see Aiden O'Shea. He's like the kind of like DJ said, the muscle, I guess, for Billy Corgan. Kind of it felt like he was the muscle for like a crime boss. Just the way his promo went on later on. It's similar to the character he had before, but it's not overdone. I kind of like it, and the man be smoking inside, which I don't agree with, but whatever.
Like I was kind of confused because I was like, is he a heel or is he a face? Because I think the smoking thing that actually makes him a heel. Just because smoking indoors and like being a bad influence. I just think it just it reeks of heel to me. Because when I think, who was it? Rick Klein did it. Ezekiel Jackson, he did it in Lucha Underground when he was having his heel run, and I thought that was hilarious. But Aiden O'Shea's the type of guy you could see just smoking a cigar everywhere. But let's jump into the Team X Gold thing. At first I was real confused. They didn't do a good job of explaining this at all. Because I was like, okay, so DJZ, Braxton Sutter, Mandrews, they Team X Gold. That's a new tag team they're going with. I get it. Because it was DJZ's idea. So I was like, okay, I get it. And then they was talking about how Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett included Marche Rocket. So I was like, okay, I get it now. So DJZ came with the idea because he liked competition. So Marche Rocket, Andrew Everett, and Trevor Lee, they Team X Gold. I get it. And then they was like, this is a stipulation. I'm like, hold up now. I was like, hold up now. But apparently it's like a stipulation where the rules are more strictly enforced, which I don't get. But I don't know. If nothing else, if we don't know anything else, Billy Corgan is willing to throw stuff at the wall, and if it don't work, he gonna try it anyway. Like that man don't care. And that's what I like about Billy Corgan though. Like he will at least try new things, even if it doesn't make sense on the surface. He'll at least try it. And we all like I feel like fans always like, well, TNA's got nothing to lose. They might as well try some new things. And then when they try new things, they're like, that was a dumb idea. So like, I just feel like. I just feel like just let the man throw stuff at the wall. If it don't work, it don't work. You know, like, and that's all I'm saying. The man's the president. He should be able to change stuff to make it seem like he's the doggone president. Because they know used to becoming the president and being like, okay, we're gonna do the same thing we did before, guys. No, don't do that. But you know, I definitely I thought the match was good though. I enjoyed the match. I don't know where the stipulation came in. Really, like I mean, I guess it was less chaotic to a certain degree, but that was you know, you still got your high flying, you still got kind of the technical. This I was really excited to see Marche Rocket for real because I remember I think I told Casey a long time ago that Marche Rocket had been signed. It was like when they signed a whole bunch of people all at once. I think it was around the time they signed like they signed like Caleb Conley, who hasn't came yet either. So I wonder, is he going to debut in this type of a match scenario or something too? Because I kind of want to see him too. But it was a good match. I thought it definitely, you know, it felt like it was a good match. To me, it kind of felt like an indie match, and I don't know if that's where they were going with this, because it was so fast paced. There was, you know, kind of things going on. You know, when between the two people in the ring, there was always something going on. It didn't necessarily have like really any slow points. It was kind of like just straight to the point, kind of like the like indie tag team matches are. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good match. I don't really get the Team X Gold thing, but you know, I'm gonna give it a chance because you know we want TNA to try new things, but then we get mad when they try new things. So I'm gonna give it a chance. But anyway, basically, Braxton Sutter, DJZ, and Mandrews win after a Braxton Sutter powerbomb into a shooting star press. Just a good match. I just enjoyed it. Rabbit, any thoughts on the Team X Gold debut or the debut of Marche Rocket? Just a 6-man tag in general.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins ain't do a job at all explaining this. He just screamed out, DJZ, you next. So what? I mean, what are you talking about though? You know what I'm saying? Then we just see a tag team. You know what I'm saying? 3-man tag team. Like, explain what you're talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Well, the problem is he's not good on the mic anyway. So all that explaining might hurt anyway. So good. But I like the match though. It had a nice little flow to it. It wasn't a ton of botching in it, so it was good for a whole bunch of people that was working new together like that. So it was cool because, and the same thing with Mandrews, he do the same thing to the spots here and the spots there, and then he gone. Then he do the same thing. I like Lee, you know, I like Lee because he was doing something on my man with the elbow in his ear, he grind his elbow in his ears. I like that. I like that type of stuff in wrestling, man. Because that right there. That you have to have that in wrestling to make it all around complete. You know what I'm saying? And when you do little stuff like that, it's like stuff on the radar. But if you wasn't do that for real, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? And then I like the new guy. What'd you say his name was?
Marche Rockets.
Yeah, I kind of like he's smooth and quick. So
the
little bit I seen of, yeah, the little bit I seen of, it looked like he got something going on. We got to see a little bit more, but he was smooth with it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that he's bigger than the normal X Division superstar now. I just thought that was kind of a unique thing.
And that's why I like with Pope. He pointed out that the X Division is no limits. So don't get stuck on the small people and all that stuff. So yeah, when you make that clear to people, once they look at it, they don't get stuck on thinking everybody got to be small and flying around, you know? So that's good for him to point that out. But I like the match, though. It was cool.
All right. Casey, thoughts on the Team X Gold stipulation, or basically the match in general? The stipulation was kind of just, hey, this is something. Look at it. Would you look at it? That's practically all it was.
Billy, if you ever watch this, you know, I like your ideas. I do. I like that you have ideas. I like that you have that fire and that passion. Explanations will be great though. You know, like some sort of like rules. You know, like something, like a diagram. If you're not good on the mics, draw like a diagram or something. You know, you the president pay somebody to explain it to us. Have Aiden explain it to us so we know. so we know what the hell is going on. If it's just a 6-man tag, tell us it's just a 6-man tag. You can call it whatever you want. As long as we know it's a 6-man tag, it's a 6-man tag.
Exactly.
It was a good match, though. It's kind of weird that, you know, the teams that are set stay together. Like, you know, we're always gonna, unfortunately, have to deal with Braxton Sutter pulling his team down. They're just holding them down. But I liked it. Marshe Rocket, for some reason, he was bigger than I expected. Like, I didn't really see much of him before, but from what I had seen, he didn't seem as big as he is. But it's not an issue. You know, we've had big X Division champions in the past. I mean, Abyss was X Division champion. It's just, you know, more recently it's turned into a cruiserweight division in a way, which I think I like that, but I think we do need to get back to the no limits where, you know, anybody can, you know.
Wait, hold up. No. Let me clear this up for you, because when Lashley won the title, I saw you turn your nose up because Lashley won. I'm just saying. We want to talk about no limits. Then the world champion come in here and win this. Well, the former world champion. The world champion come in here and win this.
First of all, if you let me finish what I was saying, then I could explain. But if
you weren't going to explain, you just going to explain because I said something.
No, I was going to say something, and then you were like, whoa. No, I don't have a problem with it if you book it like there's a chance somebody can take the title. If you make it like just completely dominant, like nobody can ever beat him, I don't like it, because it's not. It's why am I going to watch that if I don't think anyone's going to ever beat him for the title? That's just not.
But isn't that the calling card of Lashley?
That's why I don't like him.
But doesn't it make I don't think you understand. It makes a night like tonight a special night.
I know, and that's why I like tonight. That's why.
This man don't know what he's saying right now. You ain't made one sensible comment the whole review, Casey. You contradicting yourself. Stop it. Stop contradicting yourself.
Sorry, what?
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works tonight. That's not how it works. But anyway, Casey, you got any more thoughts, or you want to move on? Or I should say, should I move on?
You just don't understand what I'm saying, because your mind.
You ain't saying nothing that makes any sense, man. You
just stuck
talking
Lashley and Lesnar. That's all you stuck on. You like this
man tried to make a comparison between Lashley and Brock Lesnar. That's like making a comparison between Eric Young and Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna let that hang for a little bit, because they ain't the exact same thing. They're not,
but they're comparable.
I mean, I'll be honest. You might as well say they both got 2 feet if you're gonna make that comparison.
No,
because
they was both real big underdogs. Nobody thought they was gonna be champions, and they overcame. They overcame. Oh, what? Just put yeah.
Bro. Yeah. But they don't even wrestle the same though. That's the issue. That's the main thing.
I'm sorry. This is the man that thinks that all Japanese people wrestle the same.
Yeah, they do.
Thank you. Rabbit, tell me that's not the stereotype that has been given to Japanese wrestlers from the American viewpoint. Am I wrong?
They don't.
It's a stereotype, but it's true.
He says it's true. He says it's more than a stereotype.
Not.
Yeah.
Not though.
We gonna move on. We had
now. There's no way that Brock Lesnar can do anything with Bobby Lashley. That's the first problem we got. That's in the 6-side ring or in the square joint in MMA. He can't do nothing with him. Either way.
I still think they should both stay over there. I still think they should stay over there. They should both stay in the octagon. Just stay over there.
This man mad because I don't even understand why you're mad. Is it because the man don't do suicide dives? I mean, I'm sure he could, but it wouldn't be believable, so he don't do it. Like I'm just wondering, because I feel like you just upset because the man big.
I mean, Lee
you don't like big people. You don't like big people. You offended the entire fan base.
Whoa,
I know we got some people.
Whoa.
I know we got some people out there.
Lee and Taylor and Ring of Honor suicide dives, and it's believable. And
it was not believable. I was like, that man. They adjusted that rope for that man.
He didn't.
Anyway, we gonna move on. We got interviews with Moose, Eddie Edwards, and EC3 as the potential opponents for Lashley. I put them all together because there just really won't much there to be had. There ain't no need to separate them. I like that everybody kind of got their own little thing. I like that everybody kind of got their own interview, making them feel like they could really be a potential competitor to Lashley. And it kind of, they kind of got to stake their claim to why, Lashley should choose them. I just liked it. I thought it was kind of a cool way to, force Lashley to defend the title.
But EC3, see, right now he about to fall into somewhere I don't know where he going. First of all, he ain't had no argument because he just lost. And not that he just lost, he lost just before that too. So there's no way he should be asking for a title shot. You know what I'm saying? So a man picked the right person.
I'll be honest though. I think that set up the Eli Drake EC3 feud perfectly. Because once again, and I hope Eli Drake mentions it, but once again, and I think he will next week, once again, you're giving a world title shot when you continue to fall short. I think it's perfect. I mean, I think it works to build that storyline for the future.
Yeah, them two feuding could be cool, but I need EC3 to get back to him. No matter who feuding with him from this point on, he need to get back to what he do. He don't have to be a heel, but he losing his character. He need to get back in where he was at first, and you know what I'm saying, continue his character the way it was, instead of going off into this thing he doing. It's not the same. So he's still good on promos. He's still tight on promos. They not the same though. They're not like they were, but he's still tight. But he needed to adjust and get back to where he was at. Back to being strictly just funny and being a prick that's rich.
Yeah, I think he just needs to be like a sarcastic prick. Exactly. I think it just needs to happen.
You gotta get back to that. But yeah, it looked like he's just falling away. But you're right. If he get in a feud with Demi, that might be good.
All right, we'll talk about that here. I think that's actually the next. Yeah, it's the next segment. We'll talk about that here in a second. Casey, thoughts on the interviews we had with Moose, Eddie Edwards, and EC3?
This man combining stuff together again, not giving these men the respect.
Because there ain't no need. There is no need for me to split this into 3 interviews for us to be like, it was good. And then we get to the next one, I like what he said there. And then to get to the next one and say the same thing. So if you put them together and you use your memory, because I know you got one, Casey. I know you might be old, but you got a memory. You use your memory on this, then maybe this will work out. And by the way, this is my show. Darn it. This is my show. I am the heel here. And I can do what I want.
I'm sorry. I forgot that nobody gets respect on DJ's show. It doesn't matter.
Nobody gets respect. You just don't get respect.
It doesn't matter if you EC3. It doesn't matter if you Eddie Edwards. It doesn't matter if you Moose. None of you are gonna get respect on here. So if he ever sends you a tweet saying, "Hey, can we do an interview?" Don't do it, because he ain't going.
Are you done? Are you done?
Are
you done?
He ain't gonna respect you.
This man didn't mention not one. Like speaking of disrespect, didn't mention not one man when he was talk about the actual.
I said all three of their names.
Hold up. This man wanted us to split this into 3 parts, right? He wanted to split us into 3 parts. I put it into one. He couldn't talk about one man who was interviewed tonight. I'm just saying.
I said all three of their names.
I'm just saying. You might have said the names, but you didn't mention the interview. We continuing to the fact of life with Eli Drake. And I like this. I like how they had like a little like preview setup type thing. I thought that was pretty cool. I like how he has kind of a new, like a new setup. Kind of, I don't know if it's like a backstage thing or somewhere on the stage or some in a remote location or something. But I like that he got a new setup. And he brings on EC3. Talks about how EC3 is choked time and time again. I just love the way these two guys feed off of each other. I know EC3 is going through this I'm tough thing, but I mean I think it kind of it's going to suit him a little bit in this feud just because he gotta prove that not only he might be given opportunities, but he still earns those opportunities. And I like this. I like that both of these men kind of they play off each other really well. Eli Drake was, pointing out how EC3's been given opportunity after opportunity, born with a silver spoon and all this, and how he came here and he was already at the top. He was already one of the top superstars. Eli Drake says, I came here and I was with 2 dummies, in the rising, and I had to, overcome that. And I just like how, I like the realism of this feud. It felt like it was very personal, but it felt like it was also very realistic. So I really like this feud. I'm excited to see where this is gonna go because I think the combined mic work between these two could be really good. I think it could be a really good storyline. But Rabbit, any thoughts on the fact of life with Eli Drake as he had EC3 as a guest?
I did like this promo too. I do like his little setup, and he made his point clear. Man, EC3 tell him, you hit that button one more time. Man, ain't touch that button no more. I know that. But I like that promo. That was a cool promo. I like it. Them two, you're right. First of all, EC3 is precise on the mic. Then you got my man, he ain't no slouch in the ring either. Dummy cool in the ring. He precise on the mic. You're right. This could be a nice feud, depending on where is it going. What is the ending to it? What would be the point in it, unless they going all the way out or something, or a cage match or something. Other than that, it'll be a waste. You got to do something with these two to make it something to look forward to at the end. But I like the promo. I like these two just getting started together. I like it.
All right, Casey, thoughts on the fact of life and only the fact of life with Eli Drake and EC3? Because I know you would get off topic real quick. Because thoughts on the fact of life and stuff, and the new setup. Maybe the new setup. Maybe you liked it. Maybe you're gonna set your room up like that.
Do that. The Bullet Club. That's where Michael went.
I knew this man was gonna do something like this. I knew it.
That's where that man went. And you try to talk like he weak. He in the Bullet Club. Anyway, I did like this segment though. I loved the intensity from EC3 when he says, if you touch that button one more time, I will eviscerate you. I will rip your body apart. I will burn you. I will. He got in. Whoa. I was like, bruh.
He almost got to like Kane status.
He went past Kane status. I was like, dude, like you need to calm it down a little bit. But I liked it. I hope with that intensity, this is a really intense feud. And I hope it lasts a while because I feel like they can put on a really good feud. I mean, they're not really doing anything with them otherwise. There's talk about giving Eli Drake a title run with the Grand Championship or whatever, but I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. So you can do this feud and kind of fill the time there.
All right. Let's jump.
I'm done.
Oh, good thing. We're glad. Anyway, we're gonna get to Maria, similar to Casey, acting like a dictator, acting like a leader or something. But she says she basically planning to fire Allie. This is a little backstage segment we had where she was planning to fire Allie for spilling the beans about her hand not being as broken as we thought it was. And then obviously Sienna and Laura Vanessa was kind of ganging up on her a little bit.
Laura Van Ness.
It's Laurel, fool. Laurel Van Ness.
You still said Ness, and I'm like, nah. I know it's Van Ness.
You don't even know her first name. It's Laurel. Anyway, but
it's baby. Like, hey, baby. Yeah.
But I like this segment, but I'm still wondering when is Allie gonna snap? Because eventually, like, there's only so much you can take. And I'm just wondering kind of when she's gonna snap and start kind of just going off or whatever. But Rabbit, any thoughts on the backstage segment with Maria, Allie, Sienna, and Laurel? I ain't gonna say the last name because I might mispronounce it.
Van Ness.
Good promo though. These girls look good together. I like it.
In many ways, Rabbit.
I don't like the fact, and the one with the gold skirt. What's her name?
Laurel Van.
Yeah. I like the little bit she did in the ring I think it was 2 weeks ago. I liked it. It was all right. I want to see more of her too. So I kind of like this, what you see visually with these three. But like you said, with Shorty on the side, she can't snap and all of a sudden start wrestling. There's no way she can be able to do that. She got to do something where I guess she lead them along and be with Gail Kim, where the viewer can tell, okay, now she's learning because she with the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? So you'll expect to see her improve in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So where she can't just all of a sudden be wrestling because her character is a person that cannot wrestle. So you can't just all of a sudden be good at it, even though you know she can wrestle. But that's a character they play it. People play characters a lot than where they don't wrestle too much. You know what I'm saying? And when they can really wrestle. But that's how it is sometimes. So only way she can end up wrestling in the ring where she competing is where they got to get her away from there, put her short in some type of school or something, or put her in there with Gail Kim for a couple of weeks to give everybody the impression that she's learning from the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, now she can wrestle. And will nobody even blink after that. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. They need to get her more involved in the ring some way, some shape, or some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I want to see her more. But yeah, I like the whole thing.
All right, Casey, thoughts on the backstage segment?
See, all they need to do is have her snap and kind of like Matt, she just breaks and something in her mind just go, oh, wait, I can wrestle. And yeah, it's TNA. People believe it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with all the news coming out this week, people, anything you say about TNA, people believe it. So I think they can do it. They need to have it reported by the dirt sheets. She can wrestle.
Did y'all see the dress that Laurel had? Whew! That.
I felt the same. I was feeling the same way.
I mentioned that.
he mentioned the visibly appealing.
I'm done.
I mean, that's all it needs to be said. That's all it needs to be said. I do like her character though. The whole like, you know, I'm better than you type thing. It makes it.
Oh,
All right, we got the Knockout Championship match, Sienna versus Gail Kim. I'm absolutely loving the booking of Sienna. I just think it makes a lot of sense. And when I wrote my article tonight on DailyDDT.com exclusively, they're not a sponsor. I'm just throwing it out there. It's funny because I knew he was gonna say that so I can make this joke. It's funny. My Bound for Glory review on DailyDDT.com has gotten more views on it than any of your NXT reviews can find.
That's because it's Bound for Glory.
I'm just gonna throw it.
and everyone thought they was
That's what it is.
Yeah. See, if everyone thought that NXT was gonna end, then they got a whole.
We had one of them. We had an NXT The End review on the channel as well. You know, Q annotations here. You know, this ain't me taking a shot at Casey. This just me throwing videos up right now. That's what's happening.
You ain't putting no annotations. Don't be.
I know you act like you didn't throw an annotation in any video. You ain't never throw annotations in.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an annotation right there.
You ain't go. It's gonna be like annotation. It's not even gonna be. But I enjoyed this match though. I like Sienna a lot. There's something about her I just like. I like the dominant persona. I like that she just kind of throws Gail Kim around, or anyone she steps in the ring with around. And I like how they kind of booked the end of this match where Gail Kim had to win, you know, by any means necessary with the leverage pin. I like that. This was just a good match. I think Sienna is very much set up to be very Lashley-esque when she does win the title, I think, for the second time. She's going to be very dominant. It's going to be hard to beat her, similar to how it was in her first run. But I think she's improved a lot in making us feel like she's, you know, kind of really dominant. Because I think before it wasn't really believable. But now I think she's doing a good job. It's the peacock thing she wears to the ring. That's what it is. It's all that. It's that. But after the match, after Gail Kim gets the win, she gets attacked by the entire Maria crew. The entire Maria crew. We get an announcement that Maria will face Gail Kim in a no disqualification match. I think it'll be next week, if I'm not mistaken. I think it'll be next week. But Rabbit, any thoughts on the Knockouts Championship match?
Yeah, was that Madison Rain?
Yeah, Madison Rain was on commentary.
The Queen Bee. That's what I've been looking for all this time. But it was a good match. I like what's her name? Sierra?
Sienna.
Sienna, I want to see more of her though. Because she I like her style, but she need more. She need more free throw shots. She just need more to be in the ring more. I need to see her more. But she got something. She got something for you can see in the future with her. I like her. I like her a lot. And when she had this match with Kim always carried somebody in a match. She liked that. Played her part as the big person in the ring and did some nice power moves in this match. So, and there was no botching. She ain't botching nothing. I don't know. You're in the ring with Gail Kim. I don't know how much credit I can give you. I need to see her more. But her mannerisms and her body language and the way she got crisp moves, power moves, I like it. I like her. I'm starting to like her. And then, you know, I like the visual aspect of things once they try to jump my girl.
All right, Casey, thoughts on the Knockouts Championship match and the setup to the next match?
I'm busy watching the backstage segment again.
Is this you watching what?
The backstage segment again.
This man, this man, that's his thoughts right there. I'm watching the backstage.
Can we rename her Laurel Van Dam? Because I think
I thought you didn't like her. What happened? What happened? You didn't like her before.
He wasn't wearing that dress before. Yeah, good match with but then Laurel came out again in the dress, and I was
Oh, we go move on. This man and Laurel Van Ness is like universe right now. Like, he ain't coming back. I don't know if he's coming back. But
I'm gonna go on Twitter, maybe slide in them DMs.
We also, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in right here because I don't have it down and I don't remember where it was. But we also got another backstage segment with Maria trying to talk to Billy Corgan, but ain't no shade like nah, bruh, or sis. He ain't gonna let that happen. He ain't gonna let her come in there and basically they made the match for Maria's power versus the championship. So I like this because I think it's gonna take Maria out of power and stop confusing us to whether she's in power or not. I think that'll help. But Rabbit, any thoughts on that backstage segment with my boy Aiden O'Shea? I'm so excited to see this man back.
Yeah, he funny, right? He kept calling her toots. He gonna be funny back there talking to everybody, right? He gonna be funny every time somebody try to come to the door and talk to Billy, smashing pumpkins. They gonna come talk to him. He gonna be lunching us out, man. He gonna be funny. I already see that's coming. I like that backstage. Then he told Shorty straight up, either you gonna win the belt or you gonna lose control. That's it, toots. I like that, Joy. Yeah, that's cool though.
Casey, any thoughts, or are you still? This man is on Twitter, right? this man on Twitter.
I can't go into DMs, but maybe when she can follow me back, because she gonna follow me back.
It's easier to slide in the DMs on Instagram. You can send the message regardless. now they gonna read it, but you can throw it out there. You can throw the bait out there. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help out.
But yeah, what was we talking about again with the?
When Maria went backstage and met with Aiden O'Shea and career versus championship match next week, I think.
I hope we actually see Aiden O'Shea in the ring, but I like this whole, I hope they do this more with other people trying to talk to Billy. Just have him outside the door. I think with a bunch of people, it could make for really funny segments. I do hope that she kind of loses power of the knockouts division, because what's the point? She gets overruled, and then she overrules Billy, and then we're just so confused. We don't know who has the ultimate power. I don't get it. But yeah. So hopefully she loses it, because she don't need that.
All right. Let's move on to the Hardys versus the Decay in a Wolf Creek cage match. This match was good. This match was exciting. It was all of the Great War in a cage, which was pretty cool. Got to see chainsaws, staple guns, was something else that was crazy. A grappling hook. Revy looked like she had like an axe or something, but I think it was actually like I can't remember what they said, some sort of staff or something like that. But this was just a good match. Both teams kind of got their offense in. Rosemary wasn't at ringside before, and Revy was sent to the back to protect Maxwell. And the King, by the way, just in case y'all forgot, he is the King. I got to make sure I put that in there. We don't want to get sued by a broken mat. But basically, Jeff Hardy looks like he's either climbing up the cage to get out of the cage, or climbing up the cage to get another weapon or something. And Rosemary comes down. She hits him with the mist. And basically, Rebby Sky comes down, pulls Rosemary down, off the cage. She hits her face on the apron. Ow, looked like that hurt. And then Rebby closes the door on Abyss, and then I think from this point everyone's feed went out, if I'm not mistaken. And they went to commercial. So we didn't get to see the winner of this match, but I know the Hardys won. I saw it on Twitter. I can't remember exactly how they won, but I know the Hardys won. Obviously, they would win. I was kind of surprised they didn't review that in any way, but I think that's kind of the tape type thing. Like, there's nothing they could really do about it because it was taped. But I don't know what happened there, but at least I tweeted about this. I was like, it could be worse. They could be playing that same freaking loop from the last time Pop TV messed up. So you know what? I was fine with it. I was like, that's okay. At least there's different commercials this time. But I bet you Dixie Carter's Twitter was blowing up during this. like just asking questions about this, and she's probably like, I don't know, I'm not controlling the network right now. Yeah, she probably like, I don't know, I'm not controlling the network. So I bet you her freaking Twitter feed was freaking blowing up. But this was a good match though. From what we did see, it looked like it was a good match. Like it was gonna come to an interesting ending. I'm sure Jeff Hardy jumped off the cage or something. He probably like found something higher than the cage to jump off of, knowing Jeff Hardy. But this was definitely a good match though. I enjoyed it. Wish we could have saw the end. But I know there was really nothing they could do after it, kind of went out like that. But Rabbit, thoughts on the Wolf Creek cage match? Also, I did like how they kind of promoted Wolf Creek in this too. They promoted the show.
Yeah.
And I like that. I just thought that's kind of a good way to do it.
Yeah, that was cool. Man, that's why I wish I could have caught the ending of this. I love this match, man. Even though Rebby, she wasn't hardly in it that much, but she real hardcore. She could be hardcore. I can see. So I think they should put her in the knockout division for a little bit and let her just be hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I think she got that in her. And I liked it at the beginning where Abyss and Crazy Steve, they was real aggressive at the beginning with the trash can and Singapore, especially Abyss. He was crushing him with the Singapore all over the place. So I like that, man. I like the whole match because it had a nice pace. It wasn't real sloppy. Man had the rake in my man's mouth and Hardy mouth pulling back on that joint. This joint was nice. I liked it. Then he jumped over that joint and tried to start the lawnmower. I mean the saw up. Try to start that joint up. It was a good match. I like the whole joint.
All right, I think Casey didn't went out of commission. I think it's too much Laurel Van Ness on him. I think it is.
I wish there was more Laurel Van Ness on me, but
it was just too much. Thoughts on the Wolf Creek cage? For some reason, I keep wanting to call this a street fight. I think it just goes together better or something like that. I'm like, Wolf Creek cage match. Any thoughts on that though?
When I first saw the cage, and I was like, so it's a lethal. But TNA is doing the same match, and then they just changing the name.
They had a different array of weapons though.
It was different things inside, yeah.
They always got some different things inside. It's I don't know. I like it. I also like that they did kind of promote another show on the network. I just feel like I hope they get to a point where they don't have to do that all the time. Like, you don't necessarily see other companies having to promote the network that they're on, like other shows. Like, you don't see Ring of Honor promoting other shows on the networks that they get to be put on. You don't see WWE doing it. It's just kind of like, I feel like they're kind of have their arm behind their back, like they have to do it, or they feel like they're gonna get let go. And I don't know, but this is definitely a good match. The only thing I didn't like about the match is we didn't get to see as much of we didn't get the pre-recorded, insanity that we usually get from the Hardy matches now with like Itchweed and Willow and just fireworks and stuff.
It would have been hard to do in this match, I think. Like, just because it was in a cage.
I didn't like it just because I wanted to see them go backstage and have that craziness. I think that's kind of what brings the interest in this. You never know what they're gonna do. Rebby kind of got involved. There was some crazy like a grappling hook and a saw, and I was like, bruh, no, don't get the saw. Don't get the saw. He got the saw. Ow. But definitely a fun match. I'm really glad that they're hopefully keeping this going longer. Because we both,
the way it played out, it looked like they were going to, because they were still kind of focused in on the King Maxwell thing. Because I thought this was kind of going to be like, the K cash in there or whatever they call it, the rematch clause or whatever that no one gets, obviously. But I thought this was going to be the K kind of doing that. And then when Matt Hardy said Rosemary's not here, go protect King Maxwell, I thought they were going to continue this. So I don't know. I hope
We're
they
gonna
do that.
find out that King Maxwell has some sort of magical powers. That that's why they're trying to fight over him. It's
All right, let's continue. We got Cody and Brandy Rhodes coming out and cutting the promo. I like this. I always like like anyone who debuts from that used to be in WWE. I just like hearing how they're gonna take a shot at WWE, because obviously WWE tries their best not to. They do it more subtly. TNA is just like just call them out. Like WWE's shots at TNA are subtle, but TNA shots at WWE are just there. You just know it. And I like how he kind of, I left my former employee. I left my what did he say? I left my former home before they kicked me out or something like that. I like that. And then I like how he said, my wife Brandy Rhodes. I like how he said that because I know she had that whole thing where they wouldn't allow her to be known as a Rhodes. Which was actually kind of weird. I thought it was kind of a weird thing for them to do, but I thought that was kind of a cool thing. I just really like this promo. And basically kind of set his sights on Mike Bennett. Obviously, Mike Bennett comes out. He set his sights on the World Championship, which forces Mike Bennett to come out. Mike Bennett comes out, and basically, he's like, "No, you're not challenging for the title. If you want, the only one who should be fighting," or he said something like that, like I've been trying to get my fight for the world championship, and Cody Rhodes was like, "Fight," and then he just ripped his jacket off, and he was ready. I thought that was hilarious. The crowd went freaking bonkers when he just for him taking his coat off, and basically got the first hit in on him, and basically they set up a match for next week. I think there was something in this promo, if I'm not mistaken, where Cody said that he is going to get a world title match. It's like I don't know if it was like they said it was something like in his contract or some sort of agreement they came to, but I could have swore I heard something about him saying he was going to get a world title match sometime soon, and then he said, "Well, I want to face Mike Bennett first," which is going to be next week. But Rabbit, any thoughts on the Cody Rhodes Impact debut?
Yeah, I ain't understand that either. Why he was all of a sudden talking about he was. But either way, I don't like Miracle. But he did tell him point blank. When I got here, man, TNA, I was told I gotta work my butt off to get a title shot. So you ain't gonna come in and talk about you know what I'm saying? So now you got me on Miracle side. I don't know how that just happened. Yeah.
Rabbit, you believe in miracles?
God.
Yes, we do.
It's a bad look for me, but I gotta agree with him. God, gotta agree with him. I gotta agree with him on that. I agree with Miracle. I like Rhodes' demeanor. He precise on the mic. He crisp. Now, keep in mind, like I be telling y'all the wrestling professors to me. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him before. I always knew it was wrestling, but you know what I'm saying? But I never seen him wrestle. You know? But what I'm saying there, I like it. But as far as the heavyweight title, I don't know about that. But TNA, you never know. You know what I'm saying? But get back to what I'm seeing on the screen for these 2 minutes. I like that. I like the fact that he ain't gonna need any help on the mic at all. He good, ready to go, precise on the mic, and he look fluid. So I like it. I want to see what's up, man. His wife is gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. They look good on the screen together. So I like what I'm seeing right there. I like this. I like it. And the fact that the crowd already attached to him immediately gives him the alley to be a face immediately off the break with his wife and everything. They could be a face off the break, which is good. That's how you come in. You should want to come in in new promotion. When you come in new, you want to be a face. You usually should have it set up where your promotion, mostly heels running around. So when your new people come in, you give the audience a chance to like them. You know what I'm saying? So it's set up right. So I like it. I like the whole thing. I like him, man. I want to see more Rhodes, period. I should have known he's going to be good on mic because Dusty Rhodes is vicious on the mic. He's one of the top notches ever. Dusty Rhodes. Woo! Daddy. That's my man. But yeah, I want to see some more. That's it.
But just a little because I'm looking at Cody Rhodes' list because I looked at it a while back, but I couldn't remember who was on it. Expect him to feud with at least while he's in TNA the Miracle, Moose, and Trevor Lee. I looked back at it because I was thinking that Eddie Edwards might have been on the list, and that's why they went the way they did. But he's actually not on the list. But I'm wondering, they're starting with Mike Bennett, so that should be. I think it should be pretty good. Mike Bennett's hair getting long though. It started out with the little slick back thing with the small little thing at the end, but dang, gone that thing all the way back hidden. I'm like, so I had to critique it. I saw it tonight. I was like, that thing his head got long. Anyway, thoughts on Cody Rhodes debuting? Oh, Mike Bennett, the hairdo. I'm working on it, but my hair don't grow like that for some reason. I don't know what.
Was I the only one waiting for Black Rain to come back? I was waiting for it. I was waiting for Black Rain. I was waiting for the music to hit, and I was like, "Yeah, Black Rain coming back." But I liked it. Jay talking a little bit about the difference between WWE calling out TNA and TNA guys calling out WWE. Like if you look back and you watch like Caval on NXT, he's like the way he did it, he was like, you're gonna see some total nonstop action. So it was like a subtle thing. When guys come to TNA, they're like, hey Vince, fuck you. just they don't even care. It's like
the one I remember the most is when the Voodoo Kin Mafia said it. When the Voodoo Kin Mafia was like VKM calling out VKM, I thought that was hilarious.
And I think it's smart that TNA found a way to get around the Cody Rhodes thing because I know WWE is or was trying to sue or whatever, keep Cody from being able to use the Cody Rhodes name, but they found a way by saying, Cody and Brandy Rhodes, because there's nothing against, there's no problem with Brandy Rhodes. So I like that. And you noticed on the name thing, it says Cody R, as if you don't know what his last name is. The only thing that was weird was with Brandy, she kind of looked out of, like she didn't know how to stand or where to stand. She looked like she wasn't sure what she was doing.
She was confused because she was like, wait a minute, the microphone's supposed to be in my hand. I'm supposed to be announcing this man.
He's like, I'm supposed to be in the corner. Like, why am I over here? I don't get it. And then the fight, we should fight. It was so great. Just his reaction. It was so quick. Fight, we should fight. Like, yes. It was so good. I can't wait.
I'm excited. Cody Rhodes debuts next week, or Cody and Brandy Rhodes.
yeah. Cody R. Yeah.
Cody Redskins, right? Like let's be like we just gonna switch them.
Auras.
Cody Auras. But anyway, we got Aaron Rex versus Baron Dax for the TNA Grand Championship. I'm gonna give it to Rabbit first because I know he said he was excited about seeing Baron Dax a little more, so I'm gonna give it to Rabbit first. Rabbit, thoughts on Aaron Rex versus Baron Dax? Is he back yet? He might not be back yet.
I don't think he's back yet.
All right. I'm giving you the Aaron Rex versus Baron Dax match for the Grand Championship, since I know you were excited to see Baron Dax.
Me? Am I get it?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Because he not. Hello, Rabbit. Hello, Rabbit. Rabbit. No. I was at first I was confused because I was like, wait, how did he earn this? Like, I don't what. I don't understand how we earn the #1 contendership for the Grand Championship. Like, how does this work? Because he is the last person I would expect to come out for a Grand Championship match. I think just from his WWE work where he was in a tag team, and let's be honest, we didn't really see much from him other than in the tag team, and even then we didn't see much. But I was actually really impressed with him. I did not expect them to push him like they did. There was a point, he won the first round, which I was surprised with. I wasn't surprised that the scores were 9 and 10. That's all they ever are. Is just you either get all 9s or you get all 10s. That's it. That's how that works. But definitely was a good match. I was kind of upset that he lost in the second round via tap out. I was like, no, at least give no. But I was impressed. I hope they give him more of a push, or give the tag team more of a push, because we've seen them. We just haven't really seen them a lot. It doesn't feel like.
Yeah. I enjoyed this though. I did. I enjoyed this match. I thought, I was excited to see Baron Dax as a singles guy, because rarely ever do you see him by himself. He had me cracking up when I guess he started Neckbreaker City, because I think he hit like 3 in a row, didn't he? Didn't he hit like 3 neckbreakers in a row? And then he was like, "That's what I do." I just thought that I was like, this man, the king. That's what I do. I was like, please say that after every move you hit, please. I was loving this man. I love when he does that. I don't know what it is. He's the French Mark Henry. but I just thought, it was cool to see him in singles competition, and I like that he kind of got up on Aaron Rex, because I feel like I feel like this was kind of a surprise for Aaron Rex. Like he didn't know that, like they kind of booked it like he didn't know that he was facing off against Baron Dax, and Baron Dax kind of knew in advance. And so obviously he would get in control, and I like that. I like that he kind of won the first round. I like the aggressiveness at the end of the round. 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. No, they're gonna have to do something about that. You know what? I'm challenging Aaron Rex to a match. I'm just gonna lay down for the whole first round and see if I get all 9s.
You will.
I'm gonna lay down the whole round.
All 10s.
But I definitely I enjoyed the match. I thought it was good. With Aaron Rex winning with the inverted sharpshooter. I like that. Rabbit, are you there now? I know he's back, like physically, but vocally, we get nothing. This is, I think this is a setup. He mad because we're about to get to the main event. That's what it is. He mad because we're about to get to the main event. That's what it's a setup. It's a setup, Casey. I think it is. It is. But hopefully he'll come back here in a second. Let's just jump into the main event. We got Lashley versus, he's got a choice of 3 people. He's got EC3, Moose, and Eddie Edwards. He basically just talks down all of them, which is funny. He talks down all of them about how he's beaten Eddie Edwards, he's beaten EC3, and Moose is just too slow and dumb to beat him. And then he decides to pick the easiest choice and goes with Eddie Edwards. And I was excited for this match because I knew it was going to be good. But I going into it, obviously considering Lashley won at the pay-per-view, I wasn't expecting him to lose. Not technically the night after, but the next show. But man, they shocked me. This match was good though. I enjoyed it. I liked that. Lashley was dominant as usual, but Eddie Edwards, when he was able to create space, he did kind of capitalize on the space he created. This was just a good match. I like that Eddie Edwards, he went for the 3 suicide dives, and on the third one he ran to the guardrail. He caught that thing low though. When Austin Aries did it, he did it like really high, caught him in the chest. But that hit him right in the facial area. I was like, man, this man need to calm down a little bit. That's a little much. But I thought that was going to set up Lashley to win, similar to how he did when he faced Austin Aries back in 2014, I think it's 2014. But definitely a good match. Eddie Edwards ends up, he was setting up for the Spear to kind of end the match, and then Eddie Edwards ends up catching him with the Boston Knee Party, and I was just like, what? Like I just wasn't expecting it. And in my opinion, I would rather see a title change like this, a title change you're not expecting. Because like you can always predict that a title is going to change at a pay-per-view or a title is going to change at the end of a big feud, but you never think, rarely ever do you really think that it's going to change on like, oh, he got to pick his own opponent, he belittled him, and that's kind of what Lashley's been doing his entire run, belittling everybody he faces. And then Eddie Edwards just wins, and didn't even have to win with like a leverage pin or a roll up. And I think that's what makes it even that much more special, is that he can catch that Boston Knee Party out of nowhere and still get the win. I like that. I thought this shocked me, but I think it shocked me in a good way, because I mean, rarely ever do you see these title changes like this, in any company really. Rarely ever do you see a title change that's not on pay-per-view, or this wasn't even a live show technically, not even on a live show. So I was really surprised about this, and I like that Eddie Edwards get this chance at the World Championship. It does beg the question: is Davey, what's going on with Davey Richards? Because I know he came back for that short time period, that one night. I think it was Slammiversary, if I'm not mistaken. I think he came back then. But I'm wondering, I think he may be more hurt than they thought he was at that time, so that's why he hasn't been back. And maybe they're going to give Eddie Edwards a nice little, title run. It could even be like a singular title run, or like a transitional title run where he holds it for a little bit to set up for the next person. But I'm definitely excited to see Eddie Edwards be the world champion. It's definitely something I wasn't expecting at all. And once again, it brings importance to the X division again. Eddie Edwards is kind of renowned as kind of the an X Division star. He's held the X Division championship on multiple occasions, so it does bring credit back to the X Division, showing that these X Division stars can win the world championship. But Rabbit, are you fully here now? I'm just trying to figure it. I still think it's a setup. I think it's a setup. I think he mad because Lashley lost. And it happens. It does. But Casey, I'm gonna go to you, and hopefully he'll get back here in a second. Thoughts?
Man, real good match. Real good match. Really, I was surprised too. I mean, like I said we were talking off camera a little bit, and I said, I saw him kind of, actually getting ready for the spear at the end of the match, and I was like, it'd be really cool if he kind of reversed it into, the Boston Knee Party or something. But I was like, nah, but they're not going to do that. They're going to keep the belt on Lashley. That's what they're going to do. And then when it happened, I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Now, Vince going to come out. He bought the company. He's going to come out and be like, nah, reverse the decision. Something's going to happen. And it didn't. I was like, oh, okay. I'm excited though. I'm wondering what they're going to do with this. I really hope that they don't have Lashley win it right back with his rematch clause, because I think that would be stupid. What was the point if you're just?
I hope they set something up for Lashley through that. Like I hope, like I don't necessarily want to see Eddie Edwards win dirty or anything, but maybe like Eddie Edwards is like kind of knocked out. Lashley's about to capitalize, and then maybe Moose comes out and distracts Lashley, kind of set that up. I think that would be kind of cool. But it was just shocking. I think I think the entire arena was shocked. I don't know if anyone expected it. And like I said, those are the title changes I like to see. I like for it to be a little bit unpredictable. You don't always have to do it this way, but every once in a while when you do, you really make an impact. LOL. You really make an impact when you do it. But Rabbit, are you there yet? Are we there yet? I think he set this up. I think he set this up for his everything to just shut down during the world title match, during the world title main event review portion. I think something's up.
Maybe Hurricane Matthews hit him and it hit him, and he the power went out. But the power of Chris Benoit is still holding him online, but not online. The good power of Chris Benoit, like the rest of the power of Chris Benoit, not the other stuff.
Wait, we ain't gonna get into that power. We gonna leave that power alone. Anyway,
we're not gonna get into the negative power. We're getting the POP power, the power of positivity power. Yeah.
But anyway, definitely. I thought I enjoyed the show. Overall, I'm gonna try to spin this out just a little bit to see if he comes back.
Oh,
I heard a little bit, but I'm gonna kind of lengthen it out a little bit. Overall, I thought the match was just. I thought the show was good. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was just a very complete show. The title matches were good. I'm just kind of wondering, especially with Eddie Edwards, like what they're gonna do. Where they're gonna go. Who's gonna be his obviously his next opponent is probably gonna be Lashley, but who's gonna be his next opponent after that? I know next week we got Cody Rhodes in ring debut, and we also have the Knockouts Championship match, Gail Kim versus Maria again. So I'm hoping that plays out a little bit better than it did last time. But Casey, any overall thoughts while we one more time wait on Rabbit to see if he's gonna give some thoughts on his world champion losing?
I thought it was a really good show. A lot of surprises, a lot of things we didn't necessarily expect. A lot of kind of continuing setting up different feuds and things like that. Even if they're not initial, we kind of joke all the time that WWE can't advance, but TNA is really good at setting up, in advance. I mean, they sometimes they even set up, feuds for after the next feud, to kind of be ready for it. And I think in some cases they kind of did this. I feel like we're going to be getting that Lashley Moose feud, but they kind of set that up in advance a little bit. It felt like with this whole Eddie Edwards winning the title, so hopefully they do something with that. But I just thought it was a really good show. And he's back. He can.
All right. Oh, Rabbit, we thought it was a ploy. We did. We thought it was a trick for you not to talk about Lashley losing the title. Any thoughts? Eddie Edwards shocked the world.
All right. The one problem about this now, the beast, the monster, the animal that is Lashley. But I got to give credit to Edwards, man. This was a good match, though. That's why I always said, man, when you get in the ring with somebody, you just got to make sure you do what you do good. You know what I'm saying? To beat that person. That's what I always said. And he got it and did what he did best. Man, he was going that suicide dives. He was doing over there, man. He took a nice bump on that guardrail. Man, I'm talking about a nice one. See, that's what I mean. He let it all hang out out there. And you saw some moves from him, like when he caught my man when he did the spear, the knee, and that was nice. That was nice, man. That's why when you're watching wrestling, man, you gotta give credit when credit is due, man. You know what I'm saying? He found a way to beat the man. You know what I'm saying? He probably wouldn't be able to do it again in a day in his life, but he found the chance to do it this time. He caught him nice. This was a good match, man. I don't know how far he gonna keep running away from Lashley. Back, I don't know how he gonna do that. Or Lashley gonna take that grand joint away from Main Man, because they got it set up like MMA almost anyway. They might go and take that from him. There's gonna be some belts. You know what I'm saying? But this was a good match, man. That's what I said. When you're in TNA, you get an opportunity to do something like that. You'll never expect Edwards to be heavyweight champion, let alone be heavyweight champion by beating the beast, the monster, the animal that is Lashley. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good match. You give him credit. He ain't botched nothing. Everything was precise. He was on the money with everything. And he let it hang out everything hang out tonight. So I give him credit. especially with those suicide dives, man. I gotta give him credit. He was taking some bumps over there, man. That's what last year over there on the by that guardrail.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
but it was
These
a good
comments
match.
on Facebook, man. I just happened to see a thread on Facebook about Eddie Edwards, how Eddie Edwards winning the title is dumb and makes no sense. Um, and I think it's funny. They're talking about how they haven't built Eddie Edwards, and I'm like, they built Eddie Edwards over the past year as a singles guy because because Richards has been out. He's won the X Division champion multiple times. He's taken Lashley to the limit. Like practically everyone takes Lashley to the limit for the most part. But they've never been able to beat him. But Eddie Edwards, more than anybody, always takes Lashley to the limit. And Eddie Edwards is different than anyone Lashley faces on a regular basis.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
and like I don't. And then like one guy said he would rather have seen a title win, the title win on Bound for Glory than on this Random Impact. I disagree because you're expecting the title win on Bound for Glory. You're not expecting it right now. And I think it goes back to a point I said over and over again about wrestling fans is that we want unpredictability, but then when unpredictability happens, we complain about the unpredictability. And I think it's just how people are. It's just how I guess just how wrestling fans are. They find a
But,
way to complain as much as
but
possible.
that's gonna be from somebody that don't actually watch TNA. If you watch TNA, there's no way he's saying that. Watching TNA, you've been watching him grow for the last 2.5 years. Then the last year as a singles, but it ain't like he haven't had some 4-star matches. So he been getting this man. So it ain't like he been off the radar, then pop in and steal the belt from the beast, the monster, that animal that is Lashley. He didn't do that. He worked his way up. He just had the X Division title. What, almost a month ago? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he a slouch. So he got his opportunity, and the storyline was he was picking the least hardest wrestler to continue so he could just beat him real quick and move on. And just like Billy Corgan said, every night can be somebody's special night.
Yeah.
You gotta watch these promos because they all lead up to him, tie things together. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, that told me right there he was losing. I already knew it. Right in the promo, when he sat there and said, any night could be anybody's special night, I already knew it was over. I just wanted to figure out how it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it came off right. And I'm liking the way Billy Corgan is looking in his little outfit. He got my man standing there with the cigar. I'm loving that. So I like all that. I didn't like the way Rex won that belt back. That was some nonsense because he took a whooping. He took a whooping that first round and then all the way through that middle second round. He took a whooping.
I think Rex is gonna. I'll be honest. When Rex loses that title, I think he's gonna get. I can beg the question that he might get dominated the entire time because that's the main thing that's happened in a lot of his matches is he's gotten beaten. It's felt like, and he's found a way to win, which is kind of a little bit of the heel thing.
Exactly, and I'm still feeling like one of these judges is in his pocket. Some reason they keep showing the lady, showing her right before the matches start. Her face is shown real clear, and she smiles. Every time before these matches, the lady is shown real clear. Watch the next time. They gonna show her real clear. She gonna smile before every match. It's something about the judges that's gonna be the problem, and I think it's gonna be her. I'm thinking he gonna heal. Right here, he snuck that out of there in some kind of way. That was some nonsense, but he snuck it out and put him in a submission move. He tapped out, but he took a whooping. Man, Dex. I mean, he hit him with some knee breakers, man. He was aggressive, and he whooped him. He whooped him in that joint. I'm gonna tell you that now. But the way they got it set up, you can sneak it around and put him in submission in this whole thing. So that's cool. I liked it. He ended it. I gotta give him credit on that. But he took a whooping. Other than that, I love the way everything flowed off, man. The way even though my man lost the belt, it was the way everything played off. I knew he was losing it anyway. Even the way Rex was talking to him, like, hold on, man, my belt is just important, if not more important than that, because it's $1,000 or some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I knew something fishy was going on with his belt anyway. I knew he was gonna lose. But other than that, then when he, you know what I'm saying. But I liked it. I liked the whole thing. I liked this match. I liked the Rex match too because he took a whooping. You know,
Yeah.
I like both of those matches, so I liked it though. It was a good overall show. I liked it from top to bottom again because it stayed a nice flow. You had the cage match in the middle with the two maniacs, the two maniac then crazier maniacs going against each other. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Then you had to spread it out with some new faces coming in and out of the joint. You had Rose Sunk pop up on the joint, and he wasn't botching nothing, so he was flawless. So he stuck right in. You know what I'm saying? Fit right in perfect. So yeah, everything just rolled. Yeah, his wife is gorgeous too. Then you had the females come out. I like them. I like the little game they showing. They trying to build with those. I like that. So I like what's going on. You need to get Madison Rain in the ring and Jade in the ring. Other than that, I'm good to go. Everything is entertaining to me. And I'm loving the professional wrestling that you're giving. So I'm good. You know?
All right, guys. That was your TNA Impact Wrestling review for 10/6/2016. I'm definitely excited to see how Eddie Edwards the champion is going to be because Eddie Edwards is kind of I don't think we've seen a champion like Eddie Edwards, the same style as Eddie Edwards, pardon the pun, since AJ Styles. I don't think we've seen like that wrestles in a similar style like that.
You're right.
So because it's been a while since we've seen somebody like that. But I'm excited. I want to see how it's gonna go. It's the first time in a while we've seen kind of the high flying but still technical wrestler be the world champion. So this is what people say they want, but then they get it and they like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that.
But this be a prime example why you gotta watch something that's volatile. You can't watch wrestling that's staged where you can know was the finished product 2 months before. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be surprised somewhere, somehow, man. And there's no like Eddie Edwards winning the belt. You're not expecting nothing like that. That's what you should happen on wrestling nights all the time. You should watch something that you're not expecting. Even your favorite wrestler, like my favorite wrestler, it just lost his belt. You know what I'm saying? But it was in the flow of something that made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't think Eddie Edwards could ever beat him again. You know what I'm saying, in his life. But he done it this night. You know what I'm saying? So he got the belt. He the champion. You know what I'm saying? So I like this whole thing. I want to see what EC3 do next too with a man Dummy. I want to see that too. So that I like too. I want to see the future of that. So I like everything, to be honest with you. It was a good night.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, leave your thoughts on TNA down below. Check out my article on DavidDD2.com. I hope it's up by now. Please be up by now. Anyway, hopefully, check me out. I put, I might not get paid a lot, but I put in a lot of work doing it, so I don't mind. But it's just what I love to do. But what was that?
Appreciate you, dog, for putting in the work.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, I might not get paid a lot, but I put in the work regardless.
That
was over 13,000 words. 1,300 words. My fault. Not 13,000. That's a lie. 1,300 words. It's still still nice. 13,000. Lord, I'm gonna have to retire. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some comments down below. Give us a subscribe, a like, and everything. Follow us on Twitter at ICW
Jones.
Oh yeah, and ICW_podcast and Rabid, RABID 313. I see what you did there. I do. I see what you did there. Make sure to follow him, Rabid Jones, on Twitter. But we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed.
TNA.